Reach Out to Youth is a program that started in Detroit at Wayne State's medical school. I was a first-year medical student. They said, what are we going to do in February? And I thought, when I was a kid, I wish I could have been dissecting the human body instead of taking the legs off of spiders. Why don't we bring the kids in to see what it's like to see inside the body? And they were like, okay, that sounds good. So we did. We brought in our nieces, nephews, and neighbors, started with about 40 kids, and we brought them into the anatomy lab, covered up below the umbilicus, which is your belly button, and above the neck, so that it wouldn't be real personal. And we just had the upper limb and the abdominal cavity open, and the kids were gloved up and could see all of that. And they loved it. So this year it's going to be in its 5th season at Michigan State School of Medicine. And we started a little different. We started with the Office of Diversity and Inclusion. They really do the manpower, and the medical students are chair people. Both of the schools have the same theme. So this year is going to be muscles. They might want to be like their pediatrician or the doctor that they go to, but they don't know what that means. And so this way we actually bring children into the medical school. They can see medical students who look like them because they're young. If you can see it, you can be it. So a friend of mine said, Carolyn, you should write your story. And I thought, I'll write my story. So one day I was sitting and I decided to write it. Sometimes when it's ready, the story just flows. And so the story did. It just came out, and I read this story to a group of 7th and 8th graders. But it basically is about a little girl who wanted to be a doctor since she was 3. And it rhymes because it's a children's book. It's got a couple of activities in it. It's got a word search, which my son created. And it had a lot of community involvement. People said it needs to have a table of contents. And so then if teachers want to use the book, they can use it to talk about careers, career aspirations. When you are talking with one person, you're affecting one person's life. So as a psychiatrist, I speak to people one-on-one. And when you write, your books can go on for eternity. And you can affect 10 people, 20 people, a million people at a time. Being selected for the Tribute Awards is really an honor because it means that the things that have been necessary to be done, like Reach Out to Youth, are being recognized because it was never for recognition. It was always because it was necessary to be done.